Bob Leda here, and welcome to this episode of Stepping into the River. Our topic this time is lively grounding, how to be supported by the earth, attached to it, but that have this to be dynamic and changing so it can really powerfully flow through you. We're working with a singer who is grappling with expectations and the nervousness that comes from being shaped this way, or do this, or do that, and how to take all of that energy and put it into their artistry instead. We're going to use a imaging type of technique. It's not accurate anatomically, but it's effective and it's reproducible. Part of what I did this week, I took from one of my colleagues, Dale Beaver, who lives in Ohio in the United States. Thanks so much, Dale, for this, and any changes, of course, are my responsibility. So please, take a look and listen, and we'll see you on the other side. Okay. Please, started recording. We are on. You got your crew, extra eyes, extra ears, and they're going to offer insight and illumination in how do you go about playing and singing and performing and all of that. So we're going to do our usual stuff, compare top half to bottom half, left to right, front to back, what you catch about as he's breathing. But is there anything in particular that you would like us to hone in on?
I feel, so like my major is performance, and my main goal is to give a good performance, but I was raised singing a lot of classical, and there's a lot of rigidity.
You gotta stand your ground, yeah.
So I'm trying to unlearn a lot of it, and unlearn it from my face, and trying to be expressive while being expressive with my body without doing it in an awkward way.
Right, okay.
So maybe just being able to lose the rigidity because I'm nervous and because I was told this is how you're supposed to stand.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So that's similar in a way, Olivia, to what you were talking about. Yeah, right.
It was good timing.
All right, so I'll go over there and press play, and then we'll watch and talk and listen and do all of that stuff.
This song is Nobody by Mitski.
Get out of the way here. And play. How's the volume?
My God, I'm so lonely, so I open the window to hear sounds of people, to hear sounds of people. Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. Did its people want too much too? Did its people want too much? And I don't want your pity, I just want somebody near me. Yes, I'm a coward, I just want to feel alright. And I know no one can save me, I'm just asking for a kiss. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be alright. Nobody, 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 nobody. Ooh, nobody, nobody, nobody. I've been big and small and big and small and big and small again, and still nobody wants me, still nobody wants me, and I know no one can save me, I'm just asking for a kiss. Give me one good movie kiss and I'll be alright. Nobody, 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 nobody,
Sometimes it
Except for unless
does
you got out of
this.
the way.
Fine.
Sometimes it does that. Okay, can you sit down there, please? Are we still good, Olivia, on the
Yes.
camera? The ground's farther and farther away every year. All right, so this is an exercise in visualization. What I'm saying you won't find in any anatomy book, but nonetheless, it's true.
Okay.
All right, so in your feet, this way, there's two long parallel arches, right? They go beyond your heel, beyond your toes, and they have that kinetic quality that you were talking about with your singing. Oh, beautiful. The image that comes to me that works for me is one of like jumping dolphins. You know, that kind of arc, yeah, like that kind of arc and movement. They're connected by two cross arches, right? These go, you know, right into the ground, but they also have a springy kinetic quality to them. The thing about these four arches is they're sufficient to keep your feet together. So your muscles don't have to do anything. Your structure is enough. Oh yeah, nice. Your shin bone at this end is quite small because it's interacting with your ankle bone. At this end, it's pretty big because it's interacting with your thigh bone, right? So it's even larger if you can. Yeah, very large, very small. Yeah, beautiful. Ooh, good one. Okay. And then everything moves, yeah, like so. Now do your two legs feel different from each other? Any words for the difference?
This one feels looser, but still more stable.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it feels like a really strong castle of Jello.
Okay, yeah. Nicely said. Well, let's work on the other, because that would be really neat just to do one. You'd walk sideways. So we got two long parallel arches beyond your heel, beyond your toes, with that kinetic quality, and like I say, jumping dolphins works for me. Yeah, like that. Wow, Izzy, that's spectacular. Ooh-wee. Connected by two cross arches. If you feel like looking on the internet, the formal name for this shape is called a groin vault, G-R-O-I-N. It's an architectural feature. Small. Large. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Does that even them out?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have one long arch this way, right? A dome. Your second dome, your diaphragm, right? Because we were doing that breathing thing earlier. Third dome, your arms coming around. Fourth dome, roof of your mouth and all that business there, and palates here and palates there. Fifth dome, crown of your head. And those, there you are, those domes kind of rest on each other. Let's sing again and see what happens.
My God, I'm so lonely, so I open the window to hear sounds of people, to hear sounds of people. Venus, planet of love, was destroyed by global warming. Did its people want too much too? Did nobody near me. Yes, I'm a coward. I just wanna feel alright. And I know no one will save me. I'm just asking for a kiss. Give me one good honest kiss and I'll be alright. Nobody, 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 nobody. I've been big and small and big and small and big and small again. Still nobody wants me. Still nobody wants me. And I know no one will save me. I'm just asking for a kiss. Give me one good movie kiss and I'll be alright. Nobody, 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 nobody,
Let's get this. Stop. Okay, hey. What did you see? What did you hear? Durham.
I saw a lot actually. The first thing being just also how different it is, of course, to be a singer and actually have to sing directly to an audience is different than playing an instrument. It's much. It looks much scarier.
It's more personal.
Between the first two, a big difference. I mean, you just really opened up the second one, and everything felt like very direct and immediate for the audience.
Nice.
Your sound much more relaxed and more intensity in the end. Other thing I was noticing in the first time is the first time I could see in the expression of your face that you were really into this song, but the hand, the free hand, you know, I was watching that, it didn't seem to go with your face. And then this time it really did, and you didn't do as much with the hand, but just like very, very little things. It all went together. So
No, I agree.
the sound, I mean, it was not only the sound, but the way it looked, you know. Yeah, no, it's really nice.
Sir.
Especially in the beginning, your tone was much more whole.
Oh, that's a nice way of saying it, yeah, yeah. Anybody else? Right. How about you? Was that a different experience of singing for you?
Well, okay. I don't know what you did while I was sitting, but I just generally feel like I'm in sort of like a meditative state. Like I feel like I just like woke up. Like I feel good. And a lot more relaxed and sort of less scared of like if I do a weird thing with my hand, like it's not,
Right.
like I'm less scared of like judgment, I guess.
Let me interrupt you there. What I felt is that I saw you singing more than you trying to be a performer,
Yeah.
right? Is it okay to say it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And that's the scary part of being a singer, is they see you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Yeah, keep going, sorry.
I mean, otherwise, I tried to be more aware of the things that were brought up, like sort of the rigidity, and it felt less uncomfortable, sort of like stepping around or like doing things with my knees, and like breath. I just tried to pay more attention to as well.
Yeah.
It is, it's weird. Singing is weird. Actually, music is weird because it's you have to know sort of all the strategies and tools and technique, and then forget them all.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And that's kind of what I feel like I did. Like I felt like okay, I have to be aware of my breathing, I have to be aware of my posture, I have to be aware of this. And then as I started singing, mine went.
Right, which is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because then your current level of expertise shows, in a far less managed way. And it just sounded phenomenal.
Thank you.
And for you, what I saw was Izzy standing on their feet rather than standing on their hips. And the feet were flexible, kinetic the way you like, kinetic the way you like it. I didn't really do much of anything except point out to you something that's already there that you had forgotten, right? And it's, right, but, I don't put some oil in or something like that, but I do make suggestions that will tend to head you more towards your center. And then, you see the results. It's phenomenal. Give him a hand. Hi, welcome back. One of the goals when I'm teaching, particularly for performers, is to take all the extra energy that they're using to keep themselves upright, liberate that, and let that go into their performance. And I believe that's what happened here. This singer became alive, became lively, and more centered, and their sound just exploded almost, and they were fulfilling more their desire for being dynamic while singing. I hope you heard that. I hope you saw that. They certainly did. And I hope you enjoyed it. So we will see you next time and have a good time in the meantime. Okay, bye for now.